Oh, Jeff Davis, you're a gift.
I've heard that before. I've also heard the gift should be returned in some days. After I kill certain characters, I don't kill them. I die because of the story.
So we've seen a lot of Cora so far in the season, but there's not a lot that anyone's really talking about in terms of how she survived the fire or where she's been for the last 6 years.
Right.
And no one on the show is really asking or seems particularly bothered by not knowing. Why? And is there anything you can tell us about how she survived?
We wanted to keep that part of the mystery. The idea was that she had survived the fire and went off. It was sort of like an event that scatters those surviving tales. So Laura and Derek went off to this side of the earth, and Laura went off to this side of the earth alone for years, surviving on her own. And that's why she comes back quite tough. What we wanted to do was be able to save that story as a possibility for a flashback episode. The issue with that is the very talented Adelaide Kane got picked up by a pilot, so which actually affected the end of our shooting. But that happens in this business, and maybe we'll grab her back to tell more stories here. But she's a phenomenal actor, though. So thank you so much. So we would love to have her back and tell more stories if she survives this anyway.
You've obviously added several new characters this year. Is it difficult trying to balance the new characters with still giving enough screen time to our main ones?
It really is. And I have a rule in the writers' room when we're breaking stories, which is that none of these secondary characters, none of the new characters should eclipse our primary characters. We should always take care of our main characters the most and tell those stories. And it's still Scott McCall, Styles, Lydia, Allison, and Derek story. So minus Jackson this year, unfortunately. But I think we've done a pretty good job of introducing all these new characters and creating new relationships and new conflicts. The response from the audience has certainly been good. So it's hard not to fumble here and there in the pace of TV. Some of the episodes I eventually have to write in 7 days. So, we cut out a scene from episode 9 the other day, and one of my producers asked me why we were getting rid of that scene, and I said, because it's terrible. It's awful. I can't believe I wrote that crap. Get rid of it. But that's the pace of TV. It's a challenge, and sometimes you're surprised at how good it can be under pressure. But we wish sometimes we had more time. And it's even harder now trying to do 24 episodes in a span of a little over a year. But hopefully we'll get it done. That's why I have a great team of writers and producers around.
So we learned that there's going to be an Asian influence in the season 3. What made you decide to go with that specifically and the Kitsune involvement?
Well, we're always exploring new villains, new types of shapeshifters, and the Kitsune is sort of a myth that I've always enjoyed because there's so many facets to it. One of the interesting things about it is a shapeshifter can be a beautiful woman, Kitsune can be a fox, it can be a tree, it can be a mountain. I'm like, how did we shapeshift into a mountain? It's great, like, folklore, but there's lots of, it works especially for the psychology of the movie. We're delving into the darker sides of certain characters. We call our winter season sort of the dark half of Teen Wolf. So,
The dark half of Teen Wolf?
I think we're going to...
That's dark?
So as dark as we've gotten this year, we've got further to go, I guess. But it's one of those that the myths that we really want to delve into, and it allows us to bring in some new characters. So we're hoping it works out. We just started the writing process, and we have 2 scripts now. We're outlining the middle half. We've got a breakdown for pretty much the entire season. We set out our twists and turns. We always know how it's going to end.
trauma levels that clearly gave both characters post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
And with Styles' recent reactions and Derek's entire behavior, his whole character, they clearly have it. How do you go about writing that? What triggers have you given them? Like, what psychological landscape have you given, and Leah as well, your characters with trauma?
Realistic as much as we can. It's difficult because we can take the show down a certain path, but we still want the show to be fun. So it's like, how much fun can you have when you're damaging your characters in this way? It's a balance of genre of its own. It's very difficult to maintain. I often find myself call my brother, who's my twin brother, my therapist, and I'll talk about the character. And he's a great resource for that. But we're actually going to see a lot of that in the winter season. The repercussions of all of these things happen come back in the winter season, and we delve into that. We're starting to call our winter season 3B, the psychological thriller, whereas this was sort of an action-packed suspense drama. The next one's going to be very, very psychological. So we're going to delve into their psychology.
Quick follow-up on the still have fun. How far can you push Derek before it just stops being dramatic and just starts being either A, repetitive, or B, just bleak hopelessness?
I like to take a character down as far as you can go. The writers want to be tough on their characters. You want to leave them from every bit of drama you can. You're going to see actually kind of triumphant at the end of the season, and part of that comes out of Cora, his relationship with Cora. So he's going to have to sacrifice a bit more. He's going to be beaten up a little bit more, but I think we leave him at the end of this season a different person, grown for it. When we come back to him in the winter season, he survives. You'll see a different guy. I think it'll be interesting. It's all ways of making the character grow. So we're tough on Derek. Down there.
The many chicks that we might see, so the introduction of some lesbian characters or trans characters later on.
Yeah, we're trying to introduce as many more as we can. I think kind of wants to overrule that. I like her character. She did such a good job. So we're exploring many of those ideas as the writers. We're always looking to expand our world and to be as inclusive as possible.
Was the one who discovered Erica's body, and Derek carried her out. But since then, the only person who's mentioned Erica has been Boyd. Is there more to Boyd and Erica's story that we haven't seen?
Well, there's going to be. Part of the issue with the TV landscape these days is lose certain projects. So. And Gage had planned out a completely different arc for both Erica and Boyd in 3A. But Gage would like people wanted to try to broadcast networks. And she got denied. So she was a star of the pilot this season. Company Town, I think it was called. It didn't go forward, but it was a really good chance for her to expand her career as an actress. So you wish them well, but it makes forcing you to make certain changes in the story. If we were to bring her back and do like a flashback, we would definitely delve into more of the character background. But in certain ways, you have to start moving on and focus on the characters. Still have actors who play them. Yes, there's a big. We do a big homage to The Man Who Knew Too Much, which is one of my favorite movies. It has the ending, if you remember, is Doris Day and the scream during the big concert, the opera. I think it's going to be a really fun episode. It's a lot of revelations happen during that episode, so I would say pay attention to the audience because it'll be fun. So, and it was actually really nice to be able to have our host conductor, the guy who does the score for all of Senior, played the part of the conductor. And if you remember The Man Who Knew Too Much, Herman played the part of the conductor for Hitchcock in that scene. So it's our little homage to Hitchcock. They're all big. The writers are very big Hitchcock fans.
Given how inclusive team up is overall, are you surprised at how well it's been accepted, considering that it really is breaking new ground in terms of how we
yeah, it is nice to see. We try to treat it without too much. We try to make it feel as though it's part of the world and that the world doesn't function really. Like the scene in Motel California where we have a sex scene with two guys and we have a sex scene with a girl, and they're treated almost exactly the same. So it's an effort to, I think, make a dimensional world, but also to make one that does. It's very important to me as a matter of fact that we can do that.
Speaking of inclusion, the Argents, especially in season 1 and then in a later episode in season 2, you make a really big point about how the women are the leaders of the Argents, and yet all through season 1 and season 2, the only people we see in charge of the Argents are the men. You've got Chris and you've got Gerard, and those are our main military leaders in the Argents.
I would say that season 2 was sort of a bringing Allison up into that leadership role. There's that moment in that scene, which episode where she says, where they turn to her and they say, it's your decision. She says, I want to carry it. If anyone gets in the way, we kill them too. So it's hard to hand the keys to the whole machinery over to a teenage girl, but you're going to see, you're actually see new set of hunters in winter season, and it's led by a woman who we have yet to cast, who should be a cool role. So yes, we did. It was Arjun and Gerard, but part of that is because Victoria takes it on. Answer your question slightly. You have this look of dissatisfaction.
You know, we never really saw Victoria, except for that one scene where she comes in and is like, you know, well, then we kill them all. Anybody want a cookie? You know, we don't really see Victoria do any leading. And the fact that, you know, they're Argents and it's a male name that gets passed down, how do the women become leaders? It just seems there's a few holes, and it just doesn't really make
That sounds more like a critique than a question.
No, and I'm trying to like understand. I'm just trying to understand. So, you know, like that's why I'm.
Well, hopefully we have more stories to tell.
Yeah, like I'm like, is there an answer to how that works that's coming?
For sure.
What does Scott possibly ascending to this role of alpha mean for Derek and having two alphas, and could Derek ever potentially step down from an alpha?
That question is in the last third of this season, so you'll see. And it's a difficult conflict for both of them, yeah. But we wanted to create them as sort of allies at the end of the season. So there's some twists and turns that'll happen. I think they're quite surprising.
So we did it
Obviously last season we had the Kanema, and then this season we've had the Alphas. Have you ever thought about doing just like a Monster of the Week?
We discussed that in the first part of actually developing the show. It was actually supposed to be episodic, but we felt like we'd be exploring the same territory that a lot of other shows did. Probably did better, like the X-Files, like Supernatural is doing, and Buffy had done. So we thought, what if we try to just make it serialized and try to tell one larger story for 12 episodes? It's certainly something that we consider, yeah.
Okay.
But I think there's so many shows that have done it so well that it would have to be pretty damn good to take on that influence.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeff. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.